Today, we're diving into a poem that, at first, sounds like it was written by a corporate lawyer, but it ends up asking some of the most uncomfortable questions you can imagine.
In order to facilitate our procedures, please limit your carrying on.
We are not responsible for your lost or stolen relatives. Did you catch that? That jarring, really unsettling turn? That is the incredible work of poet Harriet Mullen. What starts out sounding like a totally generic airline announcement is in fact a really sharp satirical protest poem. That whiplash you just felt, it forces you to ask, what in the world is going on here? Who is this voice, and what is the point of being so cold, so determined to avoid responsibility? Okay, so to really get to the heart of this poem, we have to start with the most important question of all. Who is actually talking to us? You know, this we that keeps saying we are not responsible, well, that's clearly not the poet herself, right? It's like she's put on a mask, using a really powerful literary tool to create a specific kind of character. And that tool is called a persona. It's basically a voice an author invents to make a point. Think of a comedian who plays an over-the-top character just to make fun of something. This cold, bureaucratic character is Mullen's mouthpiece, and understanding that is the key to the whole poem. And the weapon this persona uses? Well, that's satire. It's when you use irony, and especially exaggeration, to hold up a big, unflattering mirror to society's flaws. The poem isn't just being harsh, it's exposing the absurd ways we talk about blame and accountability. So, you put it all together. Mullen creates this character, this faceless, unaccountable voice of authority, to perfectly imitate and then criticize a culture that seems almost obsessed with avoiding responsibility. All right, so we know who is speaking and how they're speaking. But what exactly are they refusing to take responsibility for? This is where the poem really starts to build its power. The poem starts with things that, honestly, we've all felt. Lost luggage, canceled insurance, reservations that just vanish. It's the voice of every single faceless system that seems designed to drive you absolutely mad while taking zero accountability. It's frustrating, but it's familiar. But then, just when you think you know where it's going, the poem takes a much, much darker turn. The satire escalates from these bureaucratic headaches to a really scathing critique of systemic injustice. The persona isn't just losing your luggage anymore. Now it's justifying racial profiling, denying basic rights, and blaming victims for their own suffering. So why do this? Why use such a biting, satirical voice? I mean, what's the point of making us feel so uncomfortable? Well, it's because great satire isn't just about getting a laugh. It's a mirror. By taking this voice of no responsibility to its absolute extreme, Mullen forces us to see just how normalized this kind of thinking has become in the real world, this constant blame shifting and denial. A really powerful way to feel the poem's impact is to actually try and continue it yourself. Just think about the world today. What new lines could you add that capture that exact same cold, bureaucratic tone of not my problem? Look at this example. We wash our hands in rivers of excuse. We sip from cups labeled no guilt today. Wow, that just captures the theme perfectly, doesn't it? It's that same poetic language of denial, reframing irresponsibility as if it were this clean, even virtuous act. And that's the thing. Ultimately, this poem pushes way past just being a literary device. That persona isn't just some character in a poem. It's a real-world attitude that, if you listen for it, you hear all around us. And so the poem's final move is to turn that mirror directly on us. It forces us to ask, where do we hear this voice of no responsibility in our world today? In our institutions, in our media, in our communities, and maybe most uncomfortably of all, in ourselves.